View from up there, but he'll enjoy a view from the floor even more.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
He doesn't want to spend too much time up there.
And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
Well, it's not safe being up there.
And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
The longer he's up there, the more fear starts to seep into the mind.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
He just has to swing that leg over.
Close to escaping. Top of the cage. Pulling them back in. Saving the matchup.
Fortitude being tested with every step.
He gets there to stop the escape.
Looks like they couldn't get too far before being caught up with. Boom, impact.
The head of the table has arrived.
Complete domination of WWE. This has brought his family and the locker room in line.
And we should all be thankful that WWE has Roman Reigns.
The following contest is a triple threat steel cage match and is for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the Union from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reigns.
The man who upholds the Anoa'i family legacy by any means necessary.
Roman Reigns always in tremendous physical condition, probably the best shape of his career, but now more dangerous, more dominant, and more focused than ever.
Will not relinquish his seat at the head of the table for anyone.
Roman Reigns looking to continue expanding his empire.
The People's Champion is here, an icon like no other.
We can say with no hyperbole, he is the biggest star on earth right now.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Union from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock!
A superstar with this business in his blood.
A man who proudly walks with the millions.
Hey, Saxton, your role, know it. Your mouth, shut it. That wasn't very nice.
We're about to see The Rock lay the smackdown.
He's the trailblazing, eyebrow-raising phenomenon.
The Great One, ready for action. Here comes Umaga. We're about to see a fight.
And introducing the champion, representing the Union from the Isle Samoa. Weighing in at 350 pounds, he is the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, Umaga.
We may be about to see a fight or a one-sided mauling. Umaga went undefeated in WWE for over half a year.
Yeah, during that time, Umaga earned victories over the likes of Kane, John Cena, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H.
Unmatched savagery inside the ring from bell to bell from Umaga.
Umaga is on a mission here tonight.
Complete obliteration of anyone else in the ring.
You can see it in the eyes of each individual. Only razor sharp focus when this much is on the line.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. And I'm not sure either one of these competitors really mind.
Well, this will definitely show what these superstars are made of. You're either the hunter or the prey here. Sometimes both, depending on how long the match lasts. Which reminds me, stamina and conditioning are huge in a steel cage.
Isn't stamina a factor in every match, Corey?
Oh, true, but you don't have to scramble to the top of a bunch of steel mesh in every match, or pull somebody down off of the cage either.
The steel cage
offers some very unique challenges
and opportunities.
Big back body drop. Umaga with a reversal.
Stomping. Ouch.
Boom, knee drop right on target.
With the reversal. Any words of wisdom for a competitor trapped inside a steel cage?
You must find ways to use the harsh confines and the sheer side advantage. Throw your opponent into, maybe even off of the cage to inflict maximum pain. Make your biggest obstacle your biggest asset.
Boom, boom.
Oklahoma slam.
Umaga fends that off.
Snapmare.
Oh, big boot. Oh, man, I hope The Rock is okay.
The challenger eating up some damage.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
Clothesline.
What impact. Oh, bam.
Knew what Roman had coming.
Big time clothesline. Good grief. Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched. Now a pin for the championship. Pin attempt for the championship. And the champ can't keep the shoulders down.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Look at him totally vibing with the WWE Universe.
Challenger's a little worse for wear now.
Reigns able to sidestep. Got him up.
And here he is scaling up the cage wall.
And every inch climbed puts you in a more perilous position. Perched on the shoulders. This is not going to end well.
He takes a painful fall from the cage.
Yeah, he's going to have to try something else now.
Counter from Umaga.
He is revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him.
How much more can the big dog withstand?
Roman's being picked apart.
Flatliner. The challenger is not in a great place.
The toll, the damage that a steel cage match does, we are seeing it right now, Michael.
Kick to the gut.
Boom!
DDT.
Well scouted by the Great One.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
Super kick!
Clothesline. So effective.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Ah, what a smash.
That's just insulting.
A bad place to be for the challenger.
This should come as no surprise. In a havoc-filled triple threat, you're going to take some big hits.
Sharp clothesline. And there's a takedown. Had an answer for the big dog.
Oh, God.
Oh, man!
Body slam. Clothesline. A completely relentless attack from Umaga.
Umaga is showing no mercy out there.
Oh, he retaliates.
Scoop slam sets things up.
Oh, man, right to the esophagus.
And now he's giving you all another chance to simply take it all in.
Boom! Finally, Rollins able to interrupt these attacks for a moment.
Now's a chance for him to get back into this match.
He's positioning himself, closing in.
Reigns comes up short on that attack. The challenger's hopes are slipping away.
At this point, it might be too much for him to recover from, Cole.
And that was a well-targeted attack.
Oh, my God. Take a good look at a real-life Titan, folks.
Caught the leg. Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it. Rock plants him with a spine buster.
The champ's shoulders are down. He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
How'd he do that?
Oh, look at this.
Headbutt connects.
What a smack with the championship on the line. Broken up, and the match continues.
Umaga exerting his dominance. He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone. And it's The Rock with the reversal.
The ref not even getting to 1.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it. Kick to the gut.
Able to reverse that one. Set him up for the aggressive leg sweep.
Nicely done.
Here it comes.
Oh, and a Samoan spike.
Can it be? Will the reign continue?
Up they go.
Samoan driver.
The title's going. It's your dreams. Good night.
Cover. And he breaks up the pinfall.
Let's keep fighting.
Umaga with a reversal. Stomping down.
Down to Otis and a double axe handle smash. Oh, yeah. Let's just all take a moment to truly appreciate and embrace his presence.
Hits him with the counter.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
And Umaga is in control.
Full focus from Umaga.
How in the world do these superstars have anything left at this point?
The arena's thinking the same thing. All eyes are focused on this moment.
Saw that one coming.
Could be a chance for him to change the complexion of this match.
It's going to take a lot of willpower to make it all the way to the top. Nasty impact.
And he's thrown from the cage down to the mat.
Oh, that was a devastating fall.
Knee drop. Jeez.
Oh my goodness, launched into the cage.
Slam down.
A knee drop. Look at him. Pride and poise personified. Super kick. Gosh.
Setting him up for the flatliner. Reigns is getting dismantled here.
Roman keeps getting cut off at the pass. Caught square by the haymaker. Oh, hard impact in the corner.
He has the answer for The Rock.
Tremendous pressure being applied in this head crank. Crank in the head.
He is revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him.
Hip attack. Overwhelming offense now from Umaga.
Umaga is showing no mercy out there.
Agonizing. Clothesline.
Good Lord. So effective.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more.
Oof. Lands the haymaker. Oh my God.
The Shining Wizard.
This crowd is truly unworthy of his incredible magnificence.
Reigns is facing some serious trouble.
Roman's on the rope.
Up across the shoulder. Samoan driver. Now that is why they're the champ.
The big dog in an unusual spot here. Extremely vulnerable.
Up across the shoulder. Boom, Samoan driver. Another one bites the dust to the champ.
Making the climb up the cage. Here he goes.
Needs to be careful, though. Every movement is a dangerous one.
And now he's made it to the top of the cage.
Feels like it.
No! Holy hell! That's it! That's it!
Falling to the earth with nothing to break your fall. That's a costly mistake.
And now he's looking to advance up the cage wall. He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
Heck of a view from up there, but he'll enjoy a view from the floor even more.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
He doesn't want to spend too much time up there.
And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
Well, it's not safe being up there.
And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
The longer he's up there, the more fear starts to seep into the mind.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
He just has to swing that leg over.
Close to escaping. Top of the cage. Pulling them back in. Saving the matchup.
Fortitude being tested with every step.
He gets there to stop the escape.
Looks like they couldn't get too far before being caught up with. Boom, impact. Interrupting the climb.
Oh, no. Gotta wonder if the stamina is there to make it all the way.
And he caught up.
Saw this match slipping away, and he said, not yet.
He caught him.
Oh.
Almost made it to the top, so close.
Does not get much closer than that.
Umaga with a retaliation.
Oh, man.
And now he's starting to make his way up the cage.
Ooh. Looking for a grip to get themselves over the cage. The sprint up the cage is on. Takes incredible guts to make this climb.
And now he's at an impasse. Omos at the top of the cage. And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
Fought so hard to be in this position, but he's only halfway to victory.
And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
This is the moment for him. This is how winners are made.
He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
Looks like he's having trouble getting that other leg over.
He's making haste, climbing up the cage wall. Had an answer for the big dog. And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
All he has to do is drop down to the floor, and his hand will be raised.
And he begins his ascent up the cage wall.
Heading up and maybe heading out. Making the big climb towards victory.
Oh, not so fast. And not so fast. Oh, battling on the top. Oh, my Lord.
Good God, he's just been thrown off the top of the cage.
To borrow a famous phrase, oh my God.
Yeah, if that wasn't extreme, I don't know what is. The longer he's up there, the more fear starts to seep into the mind.
He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
Oh, it's not.
Yes, got it. New champion.
I'm still trying to process all the action that we saw there in the triple threat match. This recap should help.
Here is your winner, and the new ECW World Heavyweight Champion, Rollins.